Hey everyone, Mr. Carew here. Do the video again, walking you guys through the PowerPoint. Miss Williams is also my co-teacher, as you guys know. So, we just want to take a minute to say thank you to you guys for taking the time to do these videos and go through these PowerPoints and watch us and give us critiques and things like that. We always appreciate an email from you guys or your parents or both of you guys thanking us. We all in the PE department at SU appreciate that, and we appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day to do things for us, and like we do things for you guys, so it's kind of give and take, but we just want to make sure you guys know that we appreciate you. Next, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go through the PowerPoint again, so now I'm going to click the share screen. Here we go. Okay, we're sharing now. We're going to do this. Here we go. Make this big. View, present, here we go. All right, so as always, we have the same first slide because we just want to make sure we're uniform with everything. So Salisbury University Physical Education Program, that's us. We're future teachers here. It's run by Dr. Berry and Dr. Phillips. Dr. Troy and Dr. Ravitza are also in there as well. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy kids. Again, we're just trying to teach you guys how to have lifelong healthy goals and how to pursue those goals, how to make those goals, and how to achieve those goals so that for the rest of your life, you're healthy. You're not, maybe you're just making sure your body's healthy so you don't have any diseases and things like that. We just want to make sure that we help you with that ton of stuff. So the next slide, we have what you're going to need for today. So right now you can take a minute if you want. You can pause the video, or I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds, 45 seconds to go get these if you want. Or if you want to do it now, or you can do all the activities afterwards, whatever you feel. So I'm going to take about 25, 30 seconds. You can run. And if you have a tennis ball or a softball, you could get that. It's a small ball, so we can hold it in one hand. Or if not, you can get a pair of socks and roll them up to be about the size of a baseball or softball. So I'm going to give you guys about 20 seconds to go do that. All right, assuming you guys are back. If not, maybe you pause the video or you guys are doing whatever, you'll be back as I'm talking. So the next slide, we have the class overview. Obviously, we're doing the greeting and attendance now. We obviously can't do attendance, like I say, on most of the videos. So we just appreciate you guys taking the time to do these and answer the flip grids and things like that. So, we can get information and feedback and see what works and what doesn't work in our teaching so that we can better ourselves for our internships and for you guys, So we appreciate that. We're going to have instant activity as always. What we're going to learn today is we're going to learn 3 different throws. We're going to learn the overhand throw, the sidearm throw, and the underhand throw. So we have a couple of videos to break those down for you guys. It's me doing each one of them and telling you guys how to do them. Our activity focus, is always to have fun, to be safe, to make sure that we're doing things in an appropriate manner and we're doing things properly so that we do it right. It's not all about being the best at everything and doing everything fast. It's about taking the time to do each little step right so that the overall product is better. And we always want to make sure we're safe. We want to make sure that if we're going outside to do this, that we're with an adult or somebody that is maybe just any adult. It might be your parent, your grandparent, whoever. Make sure you're in a safe place. We want to make sure nobody's getting hurt or anything like that. And then at the end, we'll do a review and closure. So we'll move on to the next one. So for this, we got our instant activity. You guys are going to do a little warm up. So as always, when I start the video, I'm going to blank out my screen so you guys don't focus on me, because I'll probably be back here doing the exact warm up with you guys because I like to stretch out too and I love doing physical activity. But I'm going to start this video and then I'm going to put my screen off. So once the video is over, I'll be back. Right back on here so we can keep going over the PowerPoint. But as always, I'm going to black out my screen. So blacked out screen. And here we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Whew, that was a big workout there. Big warm up. So if you guys want to take a little quick second real quick and go get some water, if you have water next to you, you want to drink some of that real quick, get some water in you real quick so you can make sure you're paying attention and not just think about how thirsty you are. So I'll give you like 10 seconds real quick. All right. Oh, so our next one. What are we going to be learning today? Today we will, as we talked about earlier, we'll learn to throw with throws with a mature pattern for distance or power appropriate to the practice task. Okay, so today, like I said, we're going to do the overhand throw, the sidearm throw, and underhand throw. So let's move on to the next slide. All right, first of all, before we do any of that, we're going to do our health activity. So we're going to identify the benefits of good hygiene practices for promoting health. As you can see, we have personal hygiene, a guy taking a shower. Next, we're going to go to, we have oral hygiene. I'm going to talk about each one of these a little bit. So we have oral hygiene. That's like brushing your teeth. We want to make sure that we're brushing our teeth at least once a day, but we want to try to do it twice. Maybe as soon as you wake up, before you get your day started, you brush your teeth. And then at the end of the night, before you go to bed, you brush your teeth. You brush your teeth then too. It not only kills bacteria and things in your mouth and make sure you have good breath and stuff like that, but it also counteracts the time that it will take for things to like plaque and things to build up on your teeth so that you don't get diseases and you start losing your teeth and things like that. So we want to make sure we're brushing our teeth at least once a day, if not twice a day if we can. Bathing ritual. So a big thing is we want to make sure that we're bathing at least once a day. We know that's not always the case, and sometimes your parents can't help you like take a bath or take a shower or something. If that's the case, we understand that, but we want to make sure we try to shower or take a bath or at least clean ourselves off at least once a day. It can be at the beginning of the day, it can be at the end of the day, or it can be at both. Maybe you're a two shower type day kind of person. Personally, I take a shower as soon as I wake up in the morning, and then before I go to sleep at night, I like to take a shower as well. It's just one of the things I've done since I was young. My mom's real big on hygiene, so she always pushed taking a shower and brushing our teeth twice a day. The next thing, we have hair care. For boys or girls, some of you don't have a lot of hair, but some of you might not have any hair at all. That's okay. Usually my hair is very much shaved down and there's nothing I can really do to my hair, but just hair care, we want to make sure we're using the right products in them and like things like that, and making sure that we're brushing it and not just not taking a shower and things like that, or just running water on it, because it can make our hair greasy, it can make it unhealthy and things like that. So we want to make sure that we're taking care of our hair, because it's a part of our body, it's part of our look, it's part of all that. If you look good, then you're going to feel good. So we want to make sure our hair looks good and we can make sure that we feel good. Foot hygiene. We want to make sure that we always are cleaning our feet and not wearing like wet socks and things like that, because we do not want to take the chance of getting things like athlete's foot and stuff like that, which is not very good. It itches and like it gets inflamed and then you have to get surgery and stuff like that. We want to make sure we're cutting our toenails so they don't get ingrown or overgrown and they hurt us as we walk or do anything. So we just want to make sure we take care of our feet just like everything else in our body. We can't just neglect that because it's at the bottom. We need to make sure we clean them and things like that every day. Toileting hygiene. This is overall, just like making sure that the bathroom's clean, making sure that the toilet's clean, making sure that we're using the bathroom properly and we're not like leaving a mess afterwards and we're not doing things like that. So we want to make sure we're using proper toilet hygiene. We want to make sure we're cleaning off the toilet seat before we use it. Make sure that we're regularly using the bathroom so that our bowels and everything are working properly. So just, making sure you have good bathroom or toilet hygiene is always key. Hand hygiene. So that's washing our hands like we've talked about in the first two videos. Make sure we wash our hands properly. We can go back to the other PowerPoint. We talked about making sure we've rubbed the soap in for 20 seconds after getting our hands a little damp. And then we want to make sure that we scrub everything just like I'm doing now. Make sure we're using touching every bit of both hands and then running it under nice warm water so that it will kill all the bacteria. So we just want to make sure, we're cleaning our hands, staying clean so we can make sure that we don't get COVID or any other disease or get a little sickness or anything like that. Coughing and sneezing hygiene. We always want to make sure that we're coughing and or sneezing into into a handkerchief like he has, maybe a tissue, not your hand, but your elbow. So you want to make sure your hand and your nose are in your elbow, as you can see, when you sneeze and or cough, because we want to make sure that we aren't shooting bacteria and things on other people or other surfaces that people will touch, so that we do not get sick or get and or get others sick. Home hygiene, we want to make sure, you know, for mom and dad or grandma or brother, sister, aunt, and uncle, whoever you guys live with, we just want to make sure our house is clean. You know, pick up after yourself. Make sure if you do schoolwork, as he has his books and stuff, if you take a book from one place in your house, make sure you put it back when you're done. That can go for video games. That can go for your clothes. That can go for food or anything like that. We want to make sure we always pick up after ourselves, because it's nobody else's job but ours to pick up after ourselves. You'll not always have someone there to pick up after you. So when you live in your own house and things like that, you're going to have to pick up after yourself. So we just want to make sure that your home hygiene is a clean, safe place so that we don't get any disease, so you can work and things like that. So that's pretty much it for our hygiene and stuff like that. So we just want to make sure that we're showering once a day, brushing our teeth once a day, at least, combing our hair, brushing our hair, making sure we're using good products in it. We want to make sure our feet are clean and we're not wearing wet socks or having ingrown toenails, things like that. We want to make sure that our toilet hygiene is always on point. So we want to make sure that we clean up after ourselves, clean up before, if somebody did not clean up after themselves before you stepped in there. Hand hygiene, we want to make sure we wash our hands every time we cough, sneeze, use the bathroom, anything like that. We want to make sure we clean our hands so we don't pass any germs along. Coughing and sneezing, we need to remember the elbow method. Make sure we don't use our hand, or we could use a handkerchief, but the elbow method or inside your shirt also works. Home hygiene, we just wanted to push that you guys make sure you clean your house and make sure you clean up after yourselves, because that's a lifelong health goal of yours, is that you want to make sure you clean up after yourself and things like that. So next thing, we're going to go into the activity now. So now you have your ball, maybe your baseball, your softball, your pair of socks, whatever. So first thing we're going to go over is the overhand throw. I'm going to click this and it's going to pop up me, and it's going to show you guys a little YouTube video of me explaining exactly how to do the overhand throw. So we click. Yeah. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Peru here. You'll see Miss Williams later in the PowerPoint and some videos, but today I'm going to explain to you how to make 3 throws. So the one thing you're going to need is you're going to need a baseball or some little ball that you can hold in one hand. If you don't have a ball, you know, we understand how everybody has a ball, can't afford a ball, do whatever. You guys can ball a sock up just like I did. I balled 2 thick socks up to make one nice size ball. It's about the same exact weight as a baseball. So the first one, the 3 throws that we're going to do, so we're going to be overhand throw, follow through just like that. We're going to be underhand throw, and we're going to be sidearm throw, right? So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do the overhand throw. So we're going to be sideways to our target. We're going to bring our arm up. We're going to bring our elbow back. We're going to lean back a little bit. We're going to lean forward, throw, follow through, just like that. Now I'm going to go get my ball, and I'm going to do it a few more times. So same thing, shoulder width apart to the side of my target. I see my target. I can point at it if I want. Bring my arm back. Now I'm here. Throw, follow through, right to your target. One last time so you guys can see that one. Here we are, shoulder width apart, arm back, pointed at my target so I know where I'm going. I'm back, I'm to the side, throw, follow through. All right, guys. Oh, I'm going to go back over here. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Escape. Come back to our this. Okay. So that was exactly how you do an overhand throw. Again, we just want to go over the cues. You want your elbow back. So your elbow's up and back. So it's over top of your head like this. You know, you're sideways to the target with your feet shoulder width apart. You step with your opposite foot. I'm right-handed, so I step with my left foot. Then I follow through and continue to point at my target, whatever I'm throwing at. All right, for the next one. Now you guys can have 2 minutes. You guys can practice the cues. If you're inside, we do not want you to throw your ball or anything inside. We want you to keep it in your hand, but just practice the overall movement of everything, and make sure you keep the ball in your hand, but follow through and point. So we want to do that for 2 minutes. I'm going to black my screen, give you guys 2 minutes to work on a couple of fundamentals of that, and then I'll come back. right, guys, we hope you guys had a good little time with that and made sure that you're using the proper cues. Make sure that we're turning to the side with our legs shoulder width apart. Our elbows are up and back. And when we come forward pointing at our target, we want to make sure we follow through and point at our target again. So the next one, let's go to the next one. So activity 2, the underhand throw. So first I'm just going to go over the cues real quick. So we have face target, step with opposite foot, swing arm back, and then follow through. So I'm going to start this video, and then you guys will hear me talk. All right, everyone, back with the second video. So now I'm going to explain how to do the underhand throw. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure we're facing our target, not like the overarm throw where we're facing the side of our target and step with opposite foot and everything. We're going to still step with opposite foot. We're going to be shoulder width apart, but we're going to be facing our target. First thing we're doing, boom, we're right here, shoulder width apart. We bring our arm back. So you can see that it's back. If I'm sideways, you can see that it's back. Now I'm here, I'm back. I step with my opposite foot, not too far out to extend ourselves. We don't want to lose all of our power, but just enough to give us a little bit. Point at our target with the opposite hand, follow through at our target. So let's do that one more time. Here we go. Facing my target, shoulder width apart. I lean back to get some of my energy. Boom, I point at my target. I step with the opposite foot, I throw. Let's do it one more time, all together. Here we go. Shoulder width apart. My feet are shoulder width apart. Arm back, point, step, throw. Just like that. Come back. All right, guys. Wait a minute. Let's minimize that. Go back to our PowerPoint. All right. So just as I said, we want to face the target. We want to make sure we're shoulder width apart. We want to make sure that our arm goes back. And then when we step, we don't overstep so we don't lose all of our power. And then obviously we follow through and point up at our target. All right, so now we're going to take 2 minutes. You guys do that in the house just like you did the last one. Make sure we don't throw the ball anywhere in the house. We don't want to break anything or anything like that. But make sure we hold it and we go through each step. All right, hope you guys did that. Last but not least, our third and final throw will be the sidearm throw. So again, we want to face the target. Elbow is up and back. You want to step with the opposite foot and you want to follow through. So here goes our video. All right, everyone, back with our last but not least, our third throw. So just like we did the underarm throw, we're going to make sure this one is the sidearm throw. So we're going to make sure we're shoulder width apart. We can point at our target, our arms back. As you can see, just like the other ones, my arms back if you were looking at a side view of me. My arms back, And then as I come up, instead of coming over the shoulder like I do the overhand throw, I'm going to come to the side, but I'm still going to follow through, and before I'm going to point at my target, and I'm going to step on my opposite foot. So let's do it step by step. Arms back, point at my target, step with the opposite foot, come forward, sidearm. So let's do it one more time, a little bit faster. Facing you, or I'm facing my target. My arms are here. I see my target. I point at it. My arms back. I step on my opposite foot. Sidearm throw. So let's do it 1 to 2 more times. Let's do it full speed. Ready? Here we go. Face. I see my target. I'm pointing at it. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Sidearm. Let's do it one more time. Facing the target. I know I got to step my opposite foot. I know I got to point at my target. I know I got to bring my arm back. So let's do it. Ready? Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. So as you guys can see, I broke down that video for you. Oh, let's go up here. Let's minimize. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. Minimize that. Bring it back to this. Go back into this. Oh, wait a minute. We want to go back one. Go back. All right. So now we're going to take another 2-minute practice. This will be our final 2-minute practice for you guys. And then we'll have a little closure and we'll talk for a second. So make sure we're not throwing anything in the house or anything like that. And we want to make sure we hold on to the ball and we're just pointing and throwing through and everything. Oh. Why is it doing that? Hope you guys had fun with that. Hope you guys did well on that. Let's go to the last slide. So review of our lesson. Again, we just want to make sure that you guys would go over exactly what we did and stuff like that. And we want to make sure you guys submit a flip grid showing an example of the tasks and cues for underhand and or overhand throw and repeating the movement and cues at least 3 times. That'd be really helpful of us because we can make sure that we're teaching the cues right and everything. We'd appreciate that. So what did we go over today? We went over some personal hygiene stuff for our health activity. We did an instant activity, and then we went over 3 different cues. Or we went over 3 different types of throwing and the cues for the 3 different types of throwing. We got the overhand throw, we got the underhand throw, we had the sidearm throw. So other than that, we want to make sure that we thank you guys very, very much for taking the time to do these things for us and take the time to answer those flip grids. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this and making these videos for you guys. And this will be the end of this one. We hope you guys had fun.